Hello dear students, I welcome all of you in this lecture. In previous lecture, we have seen the structural features of hirsutolone B molecule. Now, in this lecture, we will going to see the first part of this synthesis of hirsutolone B molecule, that is enantioselective construction of hirsutolone tricyclic core 5. Here we will going to see how synthesis of hirsutolone tricyclic core 5 was done. Initially, the starting precursor R plus citronellal was allowed to react with such type of iodide containing phosphorane, and there is formation of Z-iodoalkene. Here that phosphorane undergo Stork-Zhao olefination reaction, and there is conversion of this aldehyde group into corresponding Z-iodoalkene. So this is very well known reaction for the conversion of aldehyde into corresponding Z olefinic iodide. Here we get cis double bond. So that phosphorane was generated by using triphenylphosphine, diiodomethane and KHMDS. So this KHMDS is sterically hindered strong non-nucleophilic base. Its full form is potassium hexamethyl disilazide. KHMDS means potassium hexamethyl disilazide. This is structure of this particular base, that is KHMDS. It consists of two such type of silazide groups, and that nitrogen carry positive charge. So this is the that nitrogen carry negative charge. So this is sterically hindered strong base, and that base will convert that positively charged intermediate into corresponding vinylic iodide, that is phosphorane. In next step, the generated Z olefinic iodide compound undergo selective ozonolysis reaction in presence of ozone, that is O3, and dimethyl sulfide in CH2Cl2 solvent. So initially that reaction was performed at minus 78 degrees Celsius temperature, and then reaction was carried out at 25 degrees Celsius temperature. So here that double bond undergo selective ozonolysis and it convert into corresponding aldehyde. As we know that in ozonolysis double bond undergo cleavage, and there is formation of aldehyde and ketone or mixture of aldehyde and ketone. So here we get aldehyde, that Me carbon Me will convert into corresponding ketone. So this is iodoaldehyde compound. In next step, that iodoaldehyde compound undergo further Wittig reaction using stabilized phosphorane in chloroform solvent. That reaction was carried out at minus 70 degrees Celsius temperature. So here that carbonyl group of aldehyde will react with such type of stabilized phosphorane, and there is formation of alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. There is formation of alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So this is alpha carbon and this is beta carbon, therefore we call as alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. Look at next step. Here that alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound undergo Jorgensen asymmetric epoxidation using hydrogen peroxide, that is H2O2, in presence of proline derived catalyst. So this is the structure of proline derived catalyst. So here that alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound undergo epoxide formation reaction. Here that double bond selectively undergo asymmetric epoxidation, and there is formation of epoxide at this particular position. This is the structure of epoxy aldehyde compound, since it consists of epoxide as well as aldehyde group. So this is the selective asymmetric epoxidation of this double bond. This is called as Jorgensen asymmetric epoxidation. In next step, this epoxy aldehyde undergo condensation with stabilize again phosphorane compound, and there is formation of epoxy ester iodide. Here that phosphorane consists of ester group, so that PPH thrice will combine with this oxygen. There is formation of triphenyl phosphine oxide as a stable byproduct, and there is formation of this type of ester chain. So this is epoxide ester iodide, since it consists of epoxide ester as well as iodine functionality. In next step, this epoxide ester iodide compound undergo coupling reaction with stannane TMS derivative in presence of CuTC and NMP, and there is formation of such type of carbon-carbon coupled product. Here that CuTC means copper first thiophene 2 carboxylate. CuTC means copper first thiophene 2 carboxylate. This is structure of CuTC. It consists of thiophene ring attached with carboxylate ion at second position. That NMP means N-methyl-2-pyrrolidinone. NMP means N-methyl-2-pyrrolidinone. This is structure of NMP. There is presence of 5-membered ring in which there is one nitrogen attached with methyl group, and adjacent to nitrogen there is presence of carbonyl group. Therefore this is called as N-methyl-2-pyrrolidinone. So this compound, that is carbon-carbon couple product, on further reaction with Lewis acid such as diethyl aluminum chloride, there is activation of this oxygen of epoxide will be takes place, and there is formation of intermediate first, so that lone pair of electron on nitrogen will react with aluminum. There is loss of Cl minus. There is loss of Cl minus. So this is simple Lewis acid activation reaction. In next step, that Cl minus react on TMS, and there is displacement of bond will be takes place, and subsequently there is intramolecular epoxide ring will be takes place, and cyclization also takes place. So this carbon will form bond with this carbon, and there is formation of 6-membered ring. So this is intramolecular ring opening reaction as well as cyclization reaction. We have this type of intermediate second. Then this intermediate second undergo intramolecular 4+2 cycloaddition reaction. So this 4pi electron system will react with this 2pi electron system, that is 4+2 cycloaddition reaction, and there is formation of desired tricyclic core 5 as a single diastereomer. So this is structure of tricyclic core 5 as a single diastereomer. In next step, that tricyclic core 5 was allowed to react with para-bromophenyl isocyanate. This is structure of para-bromophenyl isocyanate in presence of catalytic amount of 4 DMAP and in CH2Cl2 solvent. There is formation of carbamate derivative of tricyclic core 5. So here that electron pair on oxygen attack at this carbonyl carbon, and there is formation of such type of carbamate derivative of tricyclic core 5. So here I have completed the synthesis of tricyclic core 5. In next lecture I will take the further part of hydroxytoluene B molecule. Thank you.